Hi, I'm Jay Hayden, and I'm on FrConventions. Back to the beginning. It was in Seattle. We went to Seattle to film, the first part of episode 1. And the second that we got to set on the first day, it started pouring rain. So they're like, okay, we're going to shoot like little parts or whatever. So Jay, Barrett, the Vic and Travis, you guys are going to be coming out of the ambulance. Why don't you guys get in the ambulance, and then we'll tell you when we're ready for you. Should be a couple minutes. So we get in the truck. Barrett and I don't even really know each other. So we kind of like, hey, how are you? Where are you from? Oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. We start shooting the shit. Can I say shit? And then time passes. And we're like looking out the window. They're shooting stuff, but they're like down the road now. So we keep talking. We end up hanging out in that ambulance for like an hour and 45 minutes before they realized that they forgot about us. That they had decided to shoot something else and they forgot that we were hanging out in the ambulance. So that was my first day and my first memory. Barrett and I literally became friends in that ambulance. I mean, I think I told, we were having a conversation with the producers and the writers way back in the beginning, and I was like, until you guys tell me that you want something else, I'm playing a love story. I'm playing a love story between Travis and Vic. It's a different kind of love. It's not the classic love in the sense that we as a society know, but there is love there. There's someone that, I care so much about and I want to protect and I want to support and I want to be with. And that's the only definition that needs. So that's what I'm playing, and I think Barrett was playing that too. And, the more scenes we had together, I think the writers were like, okay, more of that. So I think it kind of grew from there. Yeah, I think when Ripley died and the similarities between Michael and Travis and Ripley and her, I think that is definitely a defining moment. All those moments, all the friction moments, conflict moments between Travis and Vic, where they fought and then they understood each other better. It's that coming together stronger and stronger each time. But that was definitely one of the moments of the show. Yeah, I mean, I think Travis was really faced with having to kind of understand love and forgiveness in a bigger, broader way to his father. And instead of like, oh, I just want my dad to accept me, now here's something that his dad was doing, and kind of reaching out with like now more understanding, more forgiveness, and more love, instead of just like, oh, dad, accept me, was that was like a huge like growth moment for Travis, I think. I think so. I think we got that storyline right. I think we kind of nailed that one. Well, I think you kind of nailed it right there, because I believe that's really what the writers were kind of going, like, we're all at different parts of our life and different like time frames, and they don't, even though you might love someone, you might be perfect for someone, you might not line up in the moment of their life. It's not the same moment that you're ready in life, and I believe that was what they were going for with Emmett and Travis. I think that was super challenging, but also what made me love going to work every day to play that character, which is there was so much personal growth that he needed to go through. There was so much that he needed to overcome inside here to be a good person out here to other people and in his relationships. And that was what made me go to work every day and be like, oh man, I can't wait to, you know. We always used to laugh because I would say to the writers, I'm like, I'm going to become mayor. I'm going to be Mayor Travis. It's going to happen. We're doing this. And the showrunner was like, when she told me that the storyline was going to be he wasn't going to do it at the end. And I was like, why? She's like, Jay, because we need you to be a firefighter. We can't have like, you got to stay with the family. But also, she said, whether we ever say it or not, this is Travis's family. The firehouse is his family. And at the end of the day, he wants to stay with them, make sure everyone keeps coming home after every call, and he doesn't want to go. And then that kind of fed into what we did in the finale, which is he was scared. He was scared of change. So that's kind of where we went with that. I never really got to work with Danielle or Boris very much, and I love them both, and they're both fantastic actors. It was just they were so busy on their own storylines, you know. Danielle had a very busy storyline. Boris was doing his thing, and our characters didn't have like something to draw us together. Of course, I always wanted to work with Oak more before he left. I love that dude. But yeah, I was always complaining about, Jason, George, and I were always complaining we didn't have enough scenes together. Because we used to kill it in the beginning, and then they like separated us out and we got onto our own thing, and I never got to work with Jason because he's a very close friend in real life. And now I gotta go to Gray's to see Jace. It meant a ton. I mean, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I was at a meeting over at Disney in the ABC building, and I was sitting with some executives, and they were like, oh yeah, Station 19, blah, blah, and then they were like, oh my God, oh right, that was the one where the fans were so upset. They were like, yeah, and they're like, they flew up an airplane that said save Station 19, and like all the executives were talking, and like the way that they talked, they were like, you had some real fans, like you guys had some like a real love for that show. And I was like, yeah but it made me feel good to have that response from them being like, oh yeah, you guys had like real fans. And I was like, yeah, we did. We had a lot of love coming our way, and that support we felt as we made the show. You should have seen how upset that cast and crew were when we found out that it was coming to an end. We loved making that show for you guys. It was devastating.